Ryan Cruz, once a revered name in the underground racing scene of Rivermount City, now found himself exiled, his reputation tarnished. His downfall? Betrayal. His supposed friend Marco had rigged Ryan's prized Nissan Skyline GTR, leading to a humiliating defeat and false accusations of cheating. The neon-lit streets that were once his kingdom were now a constant reminder of his fall from grace. Forced into the shadows, Ryan sought refuge in his garage, a sanctuary filled with the comforting smell of engine oil and the hum of machinery. He spent his days hunched over engines, the rhythmic clang of his tools a melancholic symphony masking his simmering rage. Gone was the fearless racer who dominated the asphalt. In his place was a ghost, haunted by the echoes of a past he desperately wanted to reclaim. Each night the roar of engines from illegal races held in the city's underbelly pierced through Ryan's solitude, a painful reminder of what he had lost. He yearned to grip the steering wheel again, to feel the adrenaline surge through his veins as he pushed his car to its limits, but the sting of betrayal had shaken him to his core, leaving him questioning everything and everyone. As he tightened the last bolt on a refurbished engine, his phone buzzed, a notification flashing on the screen. It was an anonymous message. "Meet me at the old shipyard. Midnight, come alone." Intrigued and wary, Ryan felt a flicker of hope ignite within him. Could this be his chance to rise from the ashes?
You came!
The old shipyard, shrouded in an eerie silence, reeked of salt, rust, and forgotten dreams. Ryan, his heart pounding with a mixture of anticipation and apprehension, scanned his surroundings, his hand instinctively reaching for the wrench tucked into his belt. The only light source came from a lone lamppost, casting long, distorted shadows across the dilapidated buildings.
I hear you're looking for a way back into the game. I have a proposition for you, a chance to reclaim what you've lost and more, but it will be dangerous, a gamble with the highest stakes.
A voice, smooth as silk yet laced with steel, cut through the stillness. A figure emerged from the darkness, their features obscured by the dim light. As they stepped closer, Ryan found himself face to face with Ash Harper, a name whispered in the racing circuit with a mix of admiration and fear. Ash was known as a fixer, someone who could make the impossible happen, for a price. They moved with an aura of confidence that commanded attention. Their eyes, sharp and calculating, seemed to see right through Ryan, reading his desires and vulnerabilities. Ash laid out their plan, a final race against Marco and his crew, the Apex Kings, at the infamous Nightshade Circuit. The winner takes all control of the racing scene and, more importantly, Ryan's redemption. But there was a catch. Ash needed Ryan to assemble a crew, a team with the skills and guts to take on the Apex Kings and their souped-up machines. With Ash's proposition echoing in his mind, Ryan knew he couldn't do this alone. He needed a crew, a team as hungry for victory as he was. His first call was to Maya Sparks Diaz, a whiz-kid mechanic whose talents were only surpassed by her fiery spirit. Sparks had been unjustly blacklisted from the racing scene due to her gender, but her knowledge of engines and her ability to squeeze every ounce of power from a machine were unmatched. Next on his list was Kenji Drift King Tanaka, a master of controlled chaos behind the wheel. Known for his precision drifting and uncanny ability to navigate tight corners at breakneck speeds, Kenji was a force to be reckoned with. He had retreated from the racing scene after a near-fatal crash, but Ryan knew the thrill of the race still burned within him. Finally, Ryan sought out the enigmatic Zara Whisper Khan, a phantom on the streets. Zara was a master of stealth and speed, her motorcycle skills bordering on the supernatural. Her ability to disappear into the night and reappear when least expected made her the perfect scout and strategist. Each member of Ryan's ragtag crew had their reasons for accepting his offer, their own scores to settle and demons to outrun. But united by a shared love for speed and a thirst for justice, they formed a bond, a brotherhood forged in the crucible of the upcoming challenge. As Ryan and his crew prepped for the ultimate showdown, the rivalry between them and the Apex Kings intensified, spilling onto the streets of Rivermount City with a vengeance. Each night was a symphony of roaring engines, screeching tires, and the pungent aroma of burnt rubber. The stakes were higher than ever, pushing both crews to their limits. Word of the upcoming final race at the Nightshade Circuit spread like wildfire, attracting thrill-seekers, adrenaline junkies, and curious onlookers eager to witness the clash of titans. The atmosphere was electric, a volatile mix of anticipation and apprehension. Bets were placed, alliances tested, and rivalries reignited under the neon glow of the city's underbelly. Adding fuel to the fire, the Rivermount Police Department, led by the relentless detective Isabella Diaz, intensified their crackdown on illegal street racing. Diaz saw the races as a cancer, a dangerous distraction that brought nothing but trouble to her city. Little did she suspect that her own sister was deeply involved. The cat-and-mouse chase between the racers and the law added another layer of danger and excitement to the already volatile situation. As the final race drew closer, Ash Harper revealed the truth about the Nightshade Circuit and the real reason behind the high-stakes gamble.
The circuit, shrouded in secrecy and whispered rumors, isn't just a proving ground for speed demons. It's a hub for a vast smuggling operation.
The Apex Kings, under Marco's leadership, used the races as a cover to move illegal goods and contraband across state lines.
Their souped-up cars are more than just racing machines. They're stealthy transport vehicles, their engines modified to outrun the law and their chassis fitted with hidden compartments.
Ash, it turned out, had a personal vendetta against the Apex Kings.
My family was torn apart by the gang's ruthlessness. I saw an opportunity in Ryan, a chance to strike back and dismantle the organization from within.
The final race was more than just a shot at redemption for Ryan. It was a chance to bring down a criminal enterprise and deliver justice to those who had been wronged.
This revelation adds a layer of moral complexity to our high-octane narrative.
Ryan and his crew were now faced with a choice: focus on their vendetta, or risk everything to expose the Apex Kings and their illicit activities. The night of the final race arrived, a culmination of weeks of preparation, rivalries, and simmering tension. The Nightshade Circuit, a labyrinth of abandoned warehouses and treacherous winding roads, buzzed with an almost palpable energy. Spectators lined the sidelines, their faces illuminated by the flickering glow of bonfires and the blinding flash of camera phones.
Ryan, behind the wheel of his resurrected Nissan Skyline GTR, felt the familiar surge of adrenaline coursing through his veins. His car, meticulously rebuilt and fine-tuned by Sparks, was more than just a machine. It was an extension of his will, a symbol of his determination to reclaim his stolen legacy. He had poured his heart and soul into this moment, and he was determined to seize it with everything he had.
The starting line shimmered under the glare of floodlights, a tangible dividing line between past and present, revenge and redemption. The air crackled with anticipation as the drivers revved their engines, the sound deafening, a guttural roar that echoed through the night, a battle cry that signaled the start of the ultimate showdown.
Marco, his eyes burning with a mixture of arrogance and disdain, smirked at Ryan from behind the wheel of his souped-up Lamborghini. This wasn't just about the race anymore. It was personal, a clash of egos fueled by betrayal, ambition, and a thirst for power.
The race was a blur of speed, skill, and strategic maneuvering. Ryan, guided by Zara's intel and bolstered by Kenji's masterful drifts that kept the Apex Kings off balance, pushed his car to its limits, the engine screaming in protest, but never faltering. The Nightshade Circuit became a battleground, a high-octane ballet of screeching tires, roaring engines, and the ever-present threat of disaster.
Sparks, monitoring the race from a hidden location, provided crucial real-time data, her fingers dancing across the keyboard as she outmaneuvered the Apex King's attempts to sabotage Ryan's car. She was the unseen force multiplier, her technical prowess proving just as vital as the driver's skills behind the wheel.
As the race reached its climax, Ryan found himself neck and neck with Marco, their cars a symphony of speed and power, a testament to the dedication and skill of their respective crews. The finish line, aglow in the distance, seemed to beckon, a tangible symbol of Ryan's impending triumph.
With a surge of adrenaline and a roar that echoed through the night, Ryan crossed the finish line mere inches ahead of Marco, securing his redemption and reclaiming his title as the undisputed king of the Rivermount racing scene. The crowd erupted, their cheers deafening, a testament to Ryan's resilience, skill, and unwavering determination.
But the victory was about more than just the race. Detective Diaz, acting on a tip-off from an anonymous source, Zara disguised beyond recognition, descended upon the Nightshade Circuit with a squadron of police cars, sirens wailing, lights flashing. The Apex Kings, caught off guard and their operation exposed, were apprehended, their reign of terror brought to an abrupt end. The raid was a success, a testament to the power of teamwork, courage, and a shared desire for justice. Marco, his face contorted in anger and disbelief, was arrested alongside his crew, their smuggling operation dismantled. Justice for Ryan, Ash, and countless others who had suffered under the Apex King's tyranny had finally been served. In the aftermath, as the dust settled and the adrenaline subsided, Ryan found himself standing alongside his crew, a newfound respect and camaraderie forged in the crucible of their shared experience. They had faced their demons, overcome seemingly insurmountable odds, and emerged victorious. With the Apex Kings gone and the Rivermount racing scene free from their corrupting influence, a sense of peace settled upon Ryan. He had achieved his goal, avenged his betrayal, and cleared his name. But in the silence that followed the storm, he felt a familiar stirring within him, a yearning for the open road, the thrill of the race, the camaraderie of his crew. As he stood in his newly reopened garage, the neon lights of Rivermount casting long, dancing shadows across the polished floors, Ryan couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning. Whispers of a new racing league, one that stretched beyond the city limits, had begun to reach his ears. Challenges awaited, new rivals to test his skills, adventures that lay hidden just beyond the horizon. With a wry smile and a glint in his eye, Ryan turned to his crew, a silent question passing between them. The road called, and they, the kings and queen of the asphalt jungle, were ready to answer.